This is for surely black on black crime. For surely. What is up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Luby. The channel is called Luby Games because we game sometimes. I'm not gonna waste too much of y'all time. Oh, I got Miles, of course. Y'all knew that already. Are you new here? Yeah.
Throughout the Earths of Marvel and DC Comics, there are hundreds, no thousands of superheroes saving the day. But what if I told you there were even more across the multiverse?
Oh, great, as if we don't have enough to keep track of already.
Miles Morales, the Spider-Man of Marvel's Earth number 1610.
And Static, the electric genius from DC's Dakotaverse. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons.
Like I said, I got Miles. Don't get me wrong, Static Shock is cool.
A death battle.
Just not with my era.
At first glance, the world of Earth 1610 isn't so different from our own. But look closer and you'll find Coca Soda instead of Coca-Cola, PDNY officers instead of NYPD.
And a hamburger
PDNY. I never realized that, and I watched that scene so many times.
But perhaps the greatest difference in this so-called Ultimate Universe was that Peter Parker, the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, was dead.
Enter Miles Morales. He was your typical kid from Brooklyn and didn't have much to worry about except his overbearing mom and dad. Hey kid, appreciate your folks while you have them. You never know when they're gonna pull a surprise
I got like,
Uncle Ben.
I think 2 or 3.
Well, Miles spent most of his time with his more
comic collection is not that
Aaron,
deep.
who turned out to be a secret
I'm proud of my little collection.
Totally relatable. Anyway, during one of his heists into a secret lab, Aaron accidentally scooped up a spider. The next time Miles visited, the spider got loose and, you know what happens.
Miles, let's go.
This spider carried the genetic enhancing Oz formula. Yet another attempt to recreate Captain America's infamous super soldier serum. It had previously transformed Peter Parker into the first Spider-Man.
Wait a minute, who came up with the idea to store the super serum in a freaking spider?
Scientists can be weird sometimes.
Maybe next time put it in something that can't walk away. It's got 8 legs. That's like 4 times more walking power.
Sure. Either way, with his new powers, Miles donned red and black to become the ultimate Spider-Man.
As the newest spider lad on the block, he does whatever a spider can. He's super strong, super fast, and has the overpowered super radar, the spider sense.
After meeting Peter's Aunt May, Miles took up the classic web shooters, complete with multiple types of long to short range webbing.
Yet another tool that would be perfect for snagging a beer from the fridge without leaving the couch.
Boomstick, he was a teenager.
Different universe, different drinking laws, right? And also, like Peter, he can stick to walls. You know, spider style.
Yes, like some spiders, Miles can control his body's interatomic attraction, essentially sticking to walls like a magnet. However, unlike Peter, this subatomic electron manipulation gave Miles a few extra moves of his own.
Yeah, the kid's got electric powers. He can zap people with a quick touch, fire off massive explosions, and even turn invisible. Wait, what's that got to do with shocking people?
This venom sting can even take out the Ultimate Universe's Electro, a being literally made of electricity.
I just realized the beat they got going in the background.
He disrupted Electro's
put a little urban beat back there.
Similar to a miswiring, sending too much electricity in one direction and shorting out your computer when somebody forgot to plug it into the surge protector.
Wiz, you know I don't believe in protection for anything. It's going in raw.
Anyway, as the new Spider-Man, Miles obviously had a lot to live up to, after his Uncle Aaron died in front of him.
Ha! Told you somebody would pull a Ben!
Miles pushed past the heartache. He persisted, living up to Peter's ideals, and eventually stepped out of his shadow to be Spider-Man in a way only he could.
Great power comes great responsibility.
He can blast apart a building-sized monster and survived being slammed around by the giant Cassie Lang. That's Ant-Man's daughter.
He's smart enough to hack military drones and quick enough to destroy an alien device in a microsecond. Essentially,
I did finish that game, by the way. I just never finished the gameplay.
Short time frame to prevent an alien force from invading. It's a long story.
Point is, he's super
I might bring it back
with his spider sense. He can react
down
to
the line when I forget what happened and replay
He's
it.
super tough too. He even survived being caught in this giant super collider exploding.
Measuring the size of this hole using real-world maps of New York and solving for fragmentation, we know this explosion must have been equivalent to about 222 tons of TNT.
Sure, that's not technically canon to the comics, but guys, main series Spider-Man has done way crazier things. I mean, he has the same powers, and Miles has even beat the crap out of him. Classic Pete can bench press 130 tons, uses spider sense to dodge beams of light, and ripped apart Doc Ock's robo-arms, which once survived a 2-kiloton nuclear explosion. So I'd say the Super Collider feat checks out.
Unfortunately, Miles' electric powers can tire him out, and his spider sense does not protect him automatically, serving more as an alarm or proximity sensor.
But the youngins proved himself to be the best successor a Spider-Man could ever want, and more. He even got pulled into the main Marvel timeline when they blew up the Ultimate Universe. Miles Morales is truly one of the greats.
Don't wash the mouth, wash the hands.
Despite growing up in the most crime-filled neighborhood of Dakota City,
I need a refresher. I ain't watched this in a minute.
He spent his time playing D&D, reading comics, you know, typical nerd stuff. But he had one major problem, the classic sitcom bully. No teenage story is complete without it.
During school, he was frequently harassed by local gang leader Francis Stone. Virgil's only refuge was one of his few friends,
and bro's name was Francis.
Larry
Who
convinced
came up with
Virgil
that?
there was only one way to get rid of Francis for good. Join his own gang and pack some heat. Things got, well, pretty intense, and Virgil wasn't having any of it. It was time to bail like DC Comics on their cinematic universe.
But the damage was already done.
Yikes.
The police arrived and let loose a massive canister of what
They're
seemed
not
to be
wrong,
tear
though.
gas,
They're
but
not
wasn't.
wrong.
Yeah, this grape-looking mist was actually some experimental shit. It was supposed to tag each gang member so the cops could track them down later, but it was actually laced with radioactive quantum juice, which killed almost everybody. I hate it when that happens.
Luckily, Virgil was one of the few who survived, but the quantum juice still had an effect.
You could say he
Well,
was shocked
static
to
shock.
find out what it did.
Yes, he began to develop electromagnetic powers. Before this, Virgil always felt
Hate
out of
his
his
outfit.
league, but now he was in a league of his own.
There we
and became
go.
the superhero Static.
I was wondering if they was gonna play the theme song.
Yeah. With these new powers, the guy was
You know,
unstoppable.
copyright.
He could blow shit up with electric bolts quick as lightning, make explosion balls called Nova Bombs, and taser people with punches to the face.
Right, but he's not just good at shocking people. Static can alter the electron attraction of any object or surface. He can erect extremely durable electromagnetic force fields that block most attacks. He can even move metal
Like I said,
around
I
like a
love
hip young
both
Magneto.
characters.
And slip metal under his feet to take to the
It's
sky.
just something about Miles.
His
I don't
favorite
know.
ride is the Static Saucer, a giant frisbee that
Miles is
doubles
one of
as
my
a
favorite
shield and
characters
buzzsaw.
of all time.
Think about it. Don't you wish your car could literally
I don't
cut
know.
through traffic?
Obviously, turning superhuman overnight caught
As I
Virgil a
have a
bit off
DC
guard.
poster up
But
there,
after a
ignore
few
that.
speed bumps, he
I'm gonna
became
get
a
a Marvel
well-regarded superhero throughout the
I
city
got
of
a-
Dakota, even teaming up with fellow
Yeah,
heroes like Icon and Rocket.
Icon and Rocket? Come on, where's Batman and Wonder Woman?
Oh, I should mention that while Static is part of the DC universe, he did not start there. See, Static was originally created by Milestone Comics, which eventually merged with DC. Their characters, including Static, existed in an alternate timeline known as the Dakotaverse. Then a guy named Dharma gained cosmic power and accidentally blew everything up, sending Static into the main DC timeline. It's really not too complicated.
Uh-huh.
I've actually been working on a device to peer into alternate timelines, but unfortunately it still needs...
Button! Well now, old chap, what were we discussing but a moment ago?
Oh, shite, don't you know? Let's figure out who yet wins a fatality kerfuffle.
Oh yes, I'm mad as hops. Let's
I
begin,
thought he
my
would have
fellow
been country.
Ultracommodarian.
What accent even is
I
that?
regret everything.
Oh, I'll do it again!
No! I'm sure that's fine.
Well, no matter the universe, Static was always one-upping himself. He learned how to see ultraviolet light and how to make people glow. Wait, what's that got to do with shocking people?
That would be his ability to detect bioelectric auras. Static can also create power-draining plasma coils, disrupt the electrical impulses of others, and empower or heal himself by draining energy from outside sources.
He can literally reattach his severed arm with shock power. I'm not even joking! Look at this! Since when could electricity do that?
They gotta
Clearly,
throw that in the
Static
fight.
has a lot of
They have
power
to.
at his beck and call.
He can survive building-sized kabooms, lift hundreds of tons, and once turned this huge chunk of ice into slush in just a couple seconds.
Based on the size of the
No.
ice and the required change in temperature
black.
for such a feat, Static must have output
I'm
energy
sorry,
equal
I'm
to
sorry. I
180
had to.
tons of TNT.
I had to.
He's quick enough to intercept lasers confirmed to be beams of actual light, which is pretty darn fast.
And in the cartoon, he actually shoved some quantum juice in some lockers and launched them out of orbit. These are typical school lockers, which can weigh up to 30 pounds each.
And fit approximately 1 nerd.
Did y'all have lockers that y'all
three of
weren't
these
allowed
into
to
space,
use?
they need to be moving nearly 3,000 times faster than sound, requiring a
One of my
throwing
schools had
force
lockers
equal
we
to 4
couldn't use.
kilotons of TNT.
Damn.
And in high
Okay,
school, I was
sure,
able
that's
to use
not
a locker,
canon
but
to
I
the
didn't
comics,
because
but his
the way my schedule was set
electromagnetism
up.
could play tug of war with
All
Superboy's
my classes,
telekinesis, which can
basically
lift
the
4
route I
million
went, I
tons.
wouldn't pass
I'm not
any
sure
section
Static
of
can go
lockers
that
ever.
far, but if
So
he's anywhere close, it's still higher than
I
throwing
never
some
got to use
lockers
lockers,
around.
except for
Though,
one
despite
year in middle
Static's
school.
incredible power, insulators are his kryptonite,
When I didn't need
and
it.
he can run out of juice if he pushes himself too much.
But the guy's one of the coolest superheroes who rarely got his time to shine. Heck, he was good enough to join the Justice League. I think even Virgil himself was shocked to see how cool he really was.
See, that fit with the orange teeth, fire. That other fit, hey, let me know y'all got. Let me know y'all got. Don't wait till the end. Establish it right now. I'm on Miles.
Whoa! Watch where you're aiming. I got places to be tomorrow. For real? You attack me! Well, I got more than one electric psychopath to keep track of it. Whoa, 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 whoa!
This is gonna be the goofiest fight ever, I swear. They said with great power comes responsibility. Who wrote this? Who was in the studio?
Me? Getting zapped? What's up with that? I call that the shoulder touch. And I call this my taser punch.
Not gonna lie, the Static Shock verse in the background goes harder than the Miles verse, but I'm still Team Miles. Maybe gave him a better song. That's it. Okay.
Wait, what? Kick ticket, kick ticket.
Spidey sensors. No Spidey sensors, alright.
Stop thinking. Come on out, Spider Boy. Huh? No more flying pizza trays.
Dang, he broke.
Where's my ride?
Shattered. Oh yeah, the aura. After that.
Surprises, but so do I.
Oh my god, the diss in the back. I'm gonna have to rewatch it and listen to the lyrics. It's so much going on. Bring it back. Yep.
What the fuck? Whoa, not cool.
Imagine being in a
All I
city,
gotta do is- What?
random Friday night, and you see this.
If you hadn't noticed, this electric biz is kind of my thing. Oh man!
Ain't no way.
That was tough.
What?
Looks like we're kicking off this year with
Just
a bang.
like that. What?
Poor Miles, though.
Honestly, I'm surprised how this turned out. At first glance, Miles appeared to have a good chance at victory.
He was
I didn't think
definitely
it was
physically
over. I
stronger
thought it was
than
gonna come back
Static.
and
He
do
would've
another,
totally
alright.
won an arm wrestling contest.
But Virgil's overwhelming electric power put him at a level above the young Spider-Man.
Oh yeah. Overall, Static's feats were way above Spidey's, even when we scaled Miles to classic Peter Parker's biggest feats. Static definitely had the oomph to take Miles out, but Miles had no easy way to get around his force field.
You know
The
what?
variety of techniques
I
at
can't even be
Static's
mad.
disposal also
They're
rendered
both
many
cool
of Spider-Man's
characters.
abilities moot.
They're both
Like how
black.
Spidey's invisibility
I low-key
didn't matter
knew
Static
when
could light
Static
him
Shock
up like a
songs
Christmas tree.
came on in
And
the
his
background
speed
and it was
so
better than
similar to
Miles.
what
I was
the
like,
spider
ah,
sense
this gotta
could
be a
give
sign.
Miles, that the super radar wasn't that big of a help. Remember, just because he knew an attack was coming didn't always mean
Yeah,
he could
that's
dodge
true.
it in time.
And, well, Shockingly, Static only needed to hit him once. See, his electromagnetic manipulation gave him control over Miles' wall crawling and other abilities. As soon as he got a hold of Miles' bioelectric aura, it was basically all over.
But hey,
It
Miles
was
and all
chips
the other
from
Spider-Men
there.
fight
in a
Electro
way.
all the time, and they have no
There's
problem
way.
dealing with him. Why
I mean,
was
obviously
Static
it's
any
way.
different?
Simply
It's
put,
done,
every
but
iteration
still.
of Electro pales in comparison. He has no feats of power that come even close to Static, and frankly,
All right, now.
he's an idiot. This was a fascinating matchup, but oh
You're
no, not
pushing it.
again!
Yay! Mr. Morales put up a jolly good show, and yet Mr. Hawkins had him outdone in breathtaking power,
This
stalwart defense, and veritable versatility.
Oh, he was just miles
I
ahead
hate
of
whatever
him,
type of
don't you know?
accent is
The
supposed to be for
victor
him.
is Static.
Should just made him country. You know what? The real problem here is they didn't give Miles his exaggerated swagger. Did y'all see that when they described Miles? Crazy work. But Static Shock is definitely underrated. Even I underestimated that guy. I'm not gonna lie. But it's a dope show. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. You already know I'm biased on Miles Morales. Go watch the movies. Go watch all the cartoons, all the TV shows. If you got the comics, send them to me. But like I said, I don't want to hold y'all too long. More reactions on the way. I know I missed these. I just been trying to get more gameplays out because that's why I started the channel. I want to play the game. Everybody calm down. But make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. All the YouTube stuff. And I'll see y'all in the next video.